It was a welcome pause. When I was finally left alone, they still left over the village to gather provisions. Their constant presence had begun to take its toll. Even though I knew that Kim and Silvi had gentle hearts, they did not understand my cause, nor could I ever hope they would. Even Cat, with all her experience, was limited in her comprehension of the order. I had made great strides since I decided to visit my fellow peacebringers. The tangled web of possibilities had slowly taken shape into a structure, even though there were still things I could not predict. But once my fellow unicorns saw the truth of what our race had once done, they would rise against the Queen. The evil had to be defeated, and if Almerius had to be sacrificed for the cause, it could not be helped. But I had begun to wonder if he could not be convinced to join us. Forgiveness was a great power, and if he could see his error, he might join our forces against the Queen. The thought of having a spy on the inside was more than I could ever have hoped for. It was too soon when I heard voices, signaling that they had returned. I lifted my head, and to my surprise, I saw they had received more than I had expected. Cat was leading a horse laden with supplies, and she halted before me. "Let's go." I must have slipped, and my face showed my surprise, because she offered. "The bastard tried to rob us." She spat on the ground. I glanced at Silvi and Kim. I had not noticed it, but now, as I knew the circumstances, I could see they were subdued. Silvi was weeping quietly, but it was such a common occurrence, I had not paid it any heed. Kim stood staring at the ground, her eyes hollow. This would not do. They would be a burden to us in this state, and I had to do what I could as a peacebringer to help them. I gathered myself. "Are you unscathed?" They did not reply, and it was Cat who came forward. "Yeah, Kim took care of him. I finished him off. The villagers know what to do." And so the girl had shown strength. I walked over to her. "You did well. The man was evil, and he deserved not to walk this path. You did the right thing." I heard Cat snort, but I ignored her. She did not know how to handle people in distress. "My child, do not look upon your deeds with judgment. Rejoice in the knowledge that you saved your companions." Kim looked up at me, and her eyes shone ever so slightly with hope as I continued. "This was a great victory, for without it, our mission would have been halted and our cause hindered. I thank you." Cat scoffed, but Kim nodded as she watched me. I turned to face the elf. "You've done well. Do not shed tears for those who do not deserve them. You know your path and the vision the forest once showed you. Stay true to it, and it will lead you right." The elf did not stop crying, but Cat was right. We had to keep moving. I gestured for them to follow, and we set out over the arid landscape once more. There were many things I had not foreseen as I took them on this journey. Had I had the rebellion at my command, I would have let them stay with them to be taken care of. Now, their presence and stark inexperience slowly weighed me down. We continued in silence, and it was only after a while That Cat approached me. She glanced back at Kim and Sylvie before saying, "Aren't you planning to do anything about it?" I pulled my thoughts from what would come and turned to look at her. "What would you have me do?" She sighed. "Kim and Sylvie, of course." I glanced back at them. The elf had stopped weeping, but they both stared quietly at the ground, walking behind us. I turned back to Cat. "I have told them to rejoice, because their deeds indeed aid our cause." I thought I heard her murmur, "Stupid horse," but I let it be. She did not understand. "Can't you talk to them?" she said out loud. "At least Kim likes what you have to say." It was true that Kim saw me as the peace bringer I was, and for all her inexperience, it greatly aided our daily life. "Even you know what it does to someone to make their first kill," Cat continued. I did not respond. I had seen it countless times, and even though it had never affected me, I had watched its consequences in men. "I do." "So do something then. They listen to you at least." I nodded. Some needed further guidance, and after all, what was my role in this group, if not to bring the wisdom of our race? "I will talk to them,"